Alright, streamers up, boys. Welcome everyone. It's your boy TTSYF. It's Dub in the house. And you know, I like to keep that shit real. I like to kick it old school. And old school is the name of the game here, because ETL is about to go medieval on these fools at mGG. It's going to be pretty brutal, so if you're under the age of 18, you probably shouldn't be watching this. Anyway, we got some craziness going on up here in the hood. Got some fools in the chat channel. We got Slayer, we got Swarmsticker, we got Nem, and I actually forgot that Swarmsticker he's a traitor, mate. He's playing for mGG now, but we'll have to see if he can improve his Clan War record. In fact, let me check something. Where is it? I'm looking for it. Here we go. Swarmsticker was 3 wins, 7 losses for ETL, representing us in Clan Wars. Can he do any better representing mGG? Okay. And we're gonna get right off to the bat here. They're sending out some dude I've never heard of. Got some of that Burger Man copy pasta in the chat. So let me know if there's any problems with the stream. Let me know if there's any issues. Got a rival in the chat for some reason. Don't know why he's here. Maybe he's just here to watch. So it'll just be me casting. There's no one who wanted to step up to the plate, have a go with the co-cast, but that's fine. I've solo casted many Clan War adventures. Got Insano in the chat, a very good caster himself. But he's just looking to chill out, sit back and listen to the beautiful baritone tones of Soundwave, mate. Guess we'll have the webcam on just while we wait for the thingamajig to get started, so you can see his beautiful face. Oh, Insano might be coming to cast. Maybe what? Perhaps. Alright, well, webcam off, passion on. Looks like we might be getting the Sane, the one and only Sane, to join us.
The person whom you're trying to reach is currently unavailable. Please leave a message after the beep.
Insano, mate, pick up the phone! What the fuck? Is that a new... That's a new feature, I guess. Did I call his... Did I actually call his phone? Okay, Skype crashed, apparently.
Yo.
Hello, mate. The Sane is here.
How's it going, guys?
Now, just be sure to let us know if there's any issues, like if Insano was too quiet or anything. Although I'm not super good at fixing that kind of thing. I've been able to do it in the past, so
Yeah, I'm just gonna be in the stream and have myself say hello. Or you dislike myself.
right. Well, we're in the lobby, about to get started. Got Illusory versus Tribe. I'm not familiar with Tribe, but Illusory is of course the Adamantium League superstar, the Blisk Slayer. So Tribe's gonna have a pretty tough task ahead of him.
Yeah, Ilu's like the silent GM of Terran.
Yep. And he's actually he's planning to go to ACL, he's planning to make the trip to Australia. Hopefully he can make it.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be sick if Ilu does actually make it down.
Yeah, hopefully he can. He's he's going to be training a little bit for it, so that's good.
Oh.
He's just getting his exams and all his crazy Asian studies out of the way.
Ilu championship bracket hype.
Yep. I mean, he beat Blisk. He can definitely do it.
Alright, yeah, so I'd like to hype up Tribe a bit more, but yeah, as you said before, I don't really know him either. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's in mGG and he's Zerg. That's all I know about him. So I guess he'll have to let his play do the talking.
Yeah, well, a lot of players out of mGG usually turn out pretty good, so hopefully he follows in their footsteps.
mGG's a really big clan, have lots of good players to choose from. But anyway, up in the top left, it is the Green Zerg Tribe.
In the bottom right, our purple Terran, it is Illusory.
Now, I think purple's the best color, so it's already boding well for Illusory's chances in this game.
Yeah, well, I think it's the best color for Terran. But I don't know, I think they have to be a different color versus Zerg, just because like when they go into creep, it makes them a little bit harder to see, I think, so splits might come down.
Yeah, I actually did play. I did always used to be a purple Zerg, but then I'm like, it's actually kind of hard to see my units on the minimap when we're on creep, so I changed to orange. But now I'm taking up Snexwang's trademark color because Snexwang, he's lost his passion, so I have to carry on Snexwang's passion. So now I'm a teal Zerg player.
Old Snexwang. Where doth you been? I'm terrible. That was terrible. Anyway, it'd be interesting to see if. Well, actually, he's already rallied the barrack, so I guess he's going to go Reaper. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, I wonder if Elu's one of the players that'll go gasless expand, but proved me wrong straight away.
Yep, just standard Reaper opening it looks like, and looks like Tribe actually did make an extra Overlord early accidentally, so he's actually got a 26 supply able to be used rather than 18, so that's going to hurt him a little bit in the early game, but mistakes like that do happen sometimes. I once made 2 Overlords on 9 that didn't end well.
Yeah, done that before. It's a bit painful.
And he's going to put down that 15 hatch, 16 hatch I suppose. Having to adapt a little bit.
He hasn't rallied his second and third overlord anyway. They're just kind of chilling.
Yeah,
So,
but I'm not so sure like who this guy is, but maybe he's a bit nervous. Maybe it's his first clan war. I don't recognize his name, so that could be the case.
all right. So anyway, he follows it up with I think he went pool and gas there.
And as Slayer pointed out, looks like his hatch is a little bit misplaced, and indeed it is, because on this map, and it's actually
Oh yeah, it's pretty
It's
close to the middle once you check it down.
it's become like a theme on these maps. They have like a little mark like at the natural where the base is meant to be. Like they had it on merry-go-round, they have it on this, and they have it on Echo as well. They have like a funny pattern.
Yep. And because of the misplay he's had earlier on here, his pool, even though he went pool before gas, his pool's not finished. So that means no lings are on the way, no queen is on the way, and this Reaper's going to have a bit of a party before anything comes out here. And this first round's going to die.
Yep. And nice micro, saving a second one. Can he save this one? And second drone goes down.
It's making a second gas over on the other side. They're not really too sure what that's all about just yet. It wasn't a damaged drone or anything.
Yep, saving that one. Nice save there. And Illusory at home, just getting his factory, just doing his normal thing.
I think this could be somewhat game-ending damage. I mean, he still hasn't made any links to help protect against this, and now there's 2 Reapers. There's not a third one coming, though. Oh, sorry, Queen. But I think he's just taken a lot of damage here. Like, how many workers has he killed off? 5?
5, yeah.
And he's down to 10 workers.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage right there, and he's actually got one drone, not mine. There we go, he puts it back now, but 10 lings on the way. Hopefully, if he can get something done with these links, maybe kill off a few SCVs, he can start to equalize things, but with no speed or anything on the way, it's going to be very hard to make that happen. And he actually did let a spore finish accidentally. I've done that before, so it's always very unfortunate, but it is a thing. Sometimes you get a bit flustered dealing with the Reapers.
And Reaper's going to come in, have a dance at the National, and there's actually nothing down here, so this could be 2 dead drones.
Oh man, this is like the Reaper tax is strong here. I don't know where this guy lives, but he might want to move because this Reaper tax is just unfair like way of living.
He needs a fair go right now. Call up Tony Abbott.
I know this is go see the media about this. This is just despicable exploitation of the people.
Yeah, and the damage that the Reaper's done, and Illusory back at home just going for the quickish 3 CCs as well, so he's completely fine to do that. Just with what he's done with the Reapers, the Lings can't really do too much with the Speedlings not even being completed either.
Yep, just picking away at some Lings here, managing to get a few. Speed only just about halfway done, so he's going to be able to keep this up for quite a while. Even getting the Queen down to quite low HP, and once he gets more Helens, he might even just dart in. And still playing it a bit safe, but he's going for a spine, and the spine is not going to finish. And now he's in Tribe's base, and there's nothing there.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to defend it, and that's going to have to be GG. And Illusory takes game number 1.
Yeah, some nerves there from Tribe. I'm sure he's he'll bounce back from this. There's mGG is a big clan. There'll be plenty more clan war opportunities in the future. But for now, it's not his time. It's time for someone else to come out for mGG and see if they can take out the Adamantium League superstar, Illusory.
Illusory Platinum.
He's diamond, but I have faith in Illusory that as soon as he is done with his studies, he can get back into Masters. I'm sure if he just commits to the grind for a little bit, I'm sure he can do it.
Yeah, when he's playing a fair bit, his APM goes like insane. I'm pretty sure he gets somewhat near 300 when he's actually playing a lot.
He can beat Blisk again, I believe.
Alright, so who do you reckon will be up next? I don't really know the roster of mGG. I know a couple of the players, but you reckon they'll throw Slayer at Illusory next?
Well, let's see. They've got Chase, Slayer, Swarmsticker, and Nemesis. So it could be Nem. That would be worthy of hype. 2 SC2C admins going at it, or moderators rather.
Which one can be the better mod from Singapore?
Yeah, exactly. That's right. They're both from Singapore. Yeah, that has all the makings of a great story right there. Slayer is also definitely another option. They recognize the strength of the Adamantium League superstar, and plotting ways to get rid of him. Slayer has been doing a bit better recently. Managed to take out Jevon not too long ago. Jevon now being in Master League, so he's got some skills. I think chase for ace though. I think no doubt. And Swarmsticker seems like more of a mid-range kind of player to me. Like, you know, like you send him out in the middle of the clan war.
So just giving Elu some stuff in some PMs. Called him a bully.
Ah.
Alright.
Sick banter.
From internal clan members. Alright. Come on, mGG, we need a player. Who you got for us?
Maybe it's Chris. He just logged on. And for what purpose did this man log on if it not to play next? Could it be Chris, the dude who once took a game off me at ACL? The greatest day of my life.
So I'm playing completely ignorant here, but what's Chris's IDs?
Superpower, Mrs.
Okay, yep, I got
Mrs.
you now.
Susie, yeah.
Yeah, I know superpower. Okay, there we go. Alright.
Shoutouts to Billy in chat. The Max said Slayer.
Alright, so the game's making up here. So I'm guessing it is Chris. Let's get a little bit, we'll find out. No, I was the first invite.
Yeah, I haven't been offered an invite yet. What's the story there?
He's building up the suspense, but it is going to be a superpower.
Alright, well, I'm pretty sure his ID is actually just Chris now, so we should call him that.
Time of Rising Chris, or superpower.
Yeah.
On SC2C, that's how I know him, I guess. Alright. So, we're going to get a... No, wait, no, I'm not playing.
You verse illusory, nice.
A TVT, a rare occurrence.
Yep, you don't see TVTs too often in C, but got some up and coming players right here for sure.
Yeah, of course. Illusory, he talks about loving his TVT for some reason. Like, I know, like being a Zerg main and stuff. I look at TVT, it's like, yeah, it's good, but I guess I don't really play it enough to understand how good it is.
Yeah, TVT is my best Terran matchup, but it's you know, I usually try and end it early with an early tank push, because once it gets into the mid game, they just drop a bunch of medevacs in my base. I'm like, okay, guess I lose.
TVT is probably my worst Terran matchup because I guess I still lose to the elite AI in TVT.
Ah, disgraceful.
Alright. So countdown has begun. We're going into Coda, so that is...
Again, alright.
No, wait, yeah. Coda again?
I guess so. Let's do it. This is a first for me. I haven't ever seen a clan war where we played the same map twice in a row, but let's do it.
Yep.
First time for everything. Let's go.
Alright, we'll go ahead. Alright.
Alright. The top left representing mGG, maybe Tor still, I don't know, but also Silicon Sports. It is the Orange Terran Chris.
And in the bottom right, once again, we have the purple Terran from Eternal. He's got 1 kill. Can you make it 2? It's illusory.
Yeah, the adult. And look at this decal. It's like a yawning anime cat or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a cat.
Alright, so TVT. Last TVT we casted together was Aegis versus Xenocider, if I'm not mistaken. That was quite the fun series.
Yep. So TVT basically at the moment. If you don't go starport, you die.
Yeah, there was Banshee usage from both players in that series, and yeah, that generally seems to be how it goes these days. Just 1-1-1, do expand, try and get some damage done with the Banshees, and just go into the normal Marine tank,
Yep.
or if you so choose, mech that everyone loves.
Yeah,
And
Elu seems to be a little bit bored there, spamming his supply depot in his main.
well, if you have the APM for it, flaunt it,
Have a bit
show
of
it off.
fun. Yep, and Chris on the other hand is actually gone for his gas before barracks. So he's going to be going for a quick factory with a fairly quick starport behind this, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out for him. I guess Elu is just going to be able to. I suppose he's opening a Reaper, and it actually could be pretty good for him, seeing as the barracks is kind of a little bit late, and there might only be a Marine or maybe two out, so the Reaper can have a bit of a dance, maybe even take down a Marine.
Yeah, yeah. Illusory's already got that barracks rallied to Chris's base, and so yeah, it could be. Well, it depends on a few things, obviously, but it depends.
Yeah.
If they opt to, maybe try and squeeze out an extra SCV or something before a Marine, like just, or a Reaper or whatever, just matter of few seconds perhaps. My TVT knowledge isn't really that great, but yeah, he's just going straight into the factory, and he's not building a Marine straight away, so that could factor into Reaper maybe getting a little bit of damage done.
Mm-hmm.
Difference between 1 and 2 Marines being out perhaps.
And Lucer's got a second Reaper on the way here, actually.
Yeah, exactly, and he's actually changed the rally point to kind of go around and look for builds, like that nasty Proxy Marauder, the 2 racks, that kind of thing. That's a build I always lose to when I play Terran, the Proxy Marauder. Probably because I haven't ever actually looked up how to beat it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. This SCV's at least just going for a very, very quick expand here.
Well, the Reaper is going to be keeping Chris at home and piling on the pressure, so I think he could definitely get away with it. But if Chris just goes for, like this, a quick Banshee, it could catch him off guard. And Reaper not really able to get a whole lot done there. I would have liked to see him kind of go around and try and pick off an SCV or two maybe, but just went straight for the Marines. But and we got a Hellion building now, so that's definitely going to shut down the Reaper if it does pop out, and it looks like it definitely will. And Reactor Factory coming for Illusory, so could see some Hellion wars. And all 2 Reapers are out now. He's going to focus down 1 Marine. A nice micro there. He's going to get the second one. And
he does get away. Nicely played there by Illusory.
Yeah, just picking away, doing what Reapers do best, and some nice also supply depot positioning from Illusory. He's going to see if a Banshee comes in from this side, he's going to see it a few seconds earlier.
Yeah. Though we do see a Medivac coming out here early for Chris. It looks like he might go for. It looks like he was looking for Hellion Marine presence, like go for a drop with the Marines and then run the Hellions in, or just elevating maybe from the front third there.
Yeah, Illusory's he's already got some turrets building, so I think he's kind of did he see the? No, he didn't actually see the starport, so I think he's just assuming Banshees, but it's actually not the case. So this could actually do a lot of damage because Illusory doesn't actually. I mean, he's got a couple Hellions coming, but apart from those Hellions, he has 1 Reaper, and that's his army. So he's actually not going to be prepared at all for this.
Yeah, and here comes that Medivac around the side here. 3 Hellions and a couple Marines in there as well. This job, it's set to do a lot of damage here as the Hellions have been rallied down to the natural here and nothing in the main to help defend. I suppose he can push his Medivac away, but the damage is going to be pretty heavy right now.
Lining up. Yeah, and Illusory just, his reaction time was a little bit slow there, and 6 workers have gone down, which isn't game-ending damage by any means.
Yeah, I think he's actually completely fine with this. I mean, because he's got a second command center. It's already mining down at the second base. So he's got mules galore happening right now.
Yeah, double the mules as his opponent.
Yeah. And just 260s producing SCVs as well. So he's got that going for him. He's defended the early pressure. At least he's in a pretty good spot. I mean, he's already got his engineering bay out, of course, so he can start his upgrades whenever he wants to now as well.
And now Illusory's starport is done himself, so I have to see, and yep, there we go, getting a Banshee right now, and Chris, as of right now, he doesn't have anything in place, but he does have that engineering bay just about to finish, so we should probably see some turrets in time to deal with this Banshee threat, but perhaps not. Maybe it'll catch him off guard, like, oh, I put on a lot of pressure and I didn't see any signs of like starport back then, so could maybe just kind of guess incorrectly that Illusory's not going Banshee, but he does have, and he has enough Marines to stop it,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
but but and there is no cloak, but it does like let the Illusory like pull him around a little bit with the Banshee, let him run around,
Hmm.
and then maybe sneak a couple of these Hellions into the natural mineral line or something like that. So just got to be very careful. It's definitely a lot easier to defend with turrets than without them, but it can be done, and Chris is skilled enough to do it.
Yeah, I'm surprised Chris wasn't really paying attention to his Helen's in the middle of the map there. Lucer was kind of chasing around, took a couple of shots at him as well, and Chris was not phased at all.
2 more factories coming down from Illusory, so he's going to try and make it happen. Chris is Hellion scouting around for a third base, and here's a
Oh,
Banshee.
he saw that Banshee coming, and he actually picked up his Marines and brought him around and dropped them here in time for that Banshee too.
Yeah,
I
that
suppose
was
that Banshee did
good
just
move.
go straight across the vision there of Chris's Hellion in the watchtower. So nice positioning there, even though he did ignore the Hellions of Illusory, but it did save him from this Banshee.
Yeah, Chris is set up quite nicely at the moment, getting an armory, and Illusory getting that Infernal Pre-Igniter, so his Hellions are going to be extra effective. And Illusory's going in, but does
Oh,
get picked off. The Banshee
yeah.
gets picked off, and that's not a huge deal, but it would have been nice to do a bit of damage.
Hmm. And did he actually finish his cloak there? No, he actually cancelled his cloak there. So it's a good choice there from Illusory, as he's seeing his didn't make any more Banshees and just didn't want to commit all that gas to it anyway.
Yeah, so Mech versus Bio, Mech has the strength advantage, of course, unless it
Hmm.
gets caught unsieged or something like that. So Chris is going to have to do lots of drops and things to try and get
Yeah,
even in the game.
run him around. Yeah,
Yep, and
split him up.
yeah, turret's coming from Illusory already, so he knows, okay, well, I'm playing Mech, gotta defend those drops. So he's thinking ahead.
Hmm. All right, so for Chris right now, yeah, I mean he could start his drop player a bit, but yeah, I'd say this is actually pretty well set up if drops do come in. I think I saw a siege tank in the main, 2 siege tanks in the main, protecting his production as well. So he's quite set up to defend back at home, and now he's finally pushing away the bit of map presence that Chris has right now.
Yep, gonna take out a couple Hellions on the way to Chris's base, and that's gonna give him pretty much full map control, but he's not gonna get any further, because there are a bunch of tanks parked outside Chris's front.
Yep.
And or was he
He's
gonna...
actually going to go in.
He's actually gonna go in, but no, he does lose 1 Hellion there, a couple others reduced to low HP. Scan from Chris, seeing exactly what he's up against. He saw the blue flame, so he knows for sure he's up against Mech.
Mm-hmm. Third CC coming down here for Elo, and Elo actually carrying a supply lead right now, which is quite nice for the meching player, of course, but it looks like Chris is jumping up a fair bit now to catch up in his supply.
Yeah, small worker lead for Illusory as well, and that worker lead will grow for as long as Illusory has a third base and Chris doesn't. But let's see what's going on here. Illusory's just moving out across the map. He might be knocking down those rocks. No, maybe not. He's just going to go around the long way, try and maybe, stop a third base from coming up, and all actually might be able to. Well, he's going to get there a little bit too fast, but
Mm-hmm.
there are a bunch of SCVs going over there, so that's like 4 SCVs that are just going to die. So
Yep.
yeah, nice little pick off there.
And there's a drop about to head into Illusory's natural here coming across the bottom of the map here. That's a very, very weak medivac right now, and two
2 Vikings already out, and he's...
Vikings in the medivac turrets as well. Missile turrets, that's what I'm looking for. But he has found himself a little bit of a spot here for the medivac.
Yep, nice, and as long as he doesn't move the
Oh.
medevac into it... Oh, there we go.
There it goes. All right, but he's got an army back here who can help Blue Flame Hellions. That'll do the trick quite nicely, and they will do everything he needs. And I don't think he really lost much at all there.
He lost a turret, but yeah, that's much better. Losing a turret is much better than losing a medevac and a bunch of marines. So
yeah, or a mineral line.
Chris,
all right, so
Chris moving out now to take his third, and yeah, wasn't really that noticeable at the time, but Illusory actually did a really nice job delaying that third base from floating over back when he just had his Hellions parked over there.
just reading the chat and Flux being
Yeah.
a bit rude there.
Chat is just pandemonium at the moment. It's always like this when I stream, full of the copy pastas and just the general Twitch silliness.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't have it any other way.
Of course. And I'm surprised for Ely right now. He isn't going for like that style with his mech where you get a bunch of medivacs out and drop hellbats on the army. But instead he's just wasting a fair few of his talents there, diving in to have a little bit of a peek. And just takes a ton of siege tank fire there.
I think he needs more Hellions. I mean, Pox beat Dano with just mass Hellion one time. And I think that's the way of the champion right there. But instead he's opting for the more traditional method of just, balanced mech composition with lots of tanks. And
Yep, and
it's looking to work out quite nicely for him here. Gonna try and do a run by on the third base, but not able to get that to work. But he is going to come by with his army and set up siege on this third base.
yeah, he's letting his Hellions tank a lot of damage right now without his tanks in position. He's coming up to siege up. The actually tank count's really low right now here for Chris, and he's going to lose his third base if he's not careful.
Yeah, he has to force a lift. There we go. And Illusory moving forward a bit. And there's actually not a whole lot of Hellions left, but he is... Now Chris's army goes right into the tank fire, and Chris's army is being shredded.
Losing absolutely everything here. Vikings ruling the sky now as well. They're targeting down that command center. The command center is going to be losing minerals just by being repaired right now as the SCVs come off to fix that up. But Illusory taking control of this third base location. This last tank here, once he cleans that up, it's all his.
Medevacs go down, trying to boost out of there, but not in time. And yeah, Illusory just moving his tanks forward, and that works. He has enough. A nice little mini flank with the rallying units, and yeah, Illusory can just march up into Chris's base, it looks like, and that's what he's going to do.
Yep. Once he gets control of this natural base, it's basically all over, and now he starts to siege up. He's got Vikings for air superiority and vision as well, and that's going to be it. GG, Illusory takes a second kill.
Yep, Illusory brings it to 2-0 lead for ETL, so that's always a very nice start. And mGG gotta send out someone very, very strong next, because you don't want to let a player get any more momentum. You guys are very mean to me in the chat. And Balamar making a rare appearance.
Alright, is it time for mGG to bring out some of their big guns?
Yeah, could be Slayer, could be Swarmsticker. Couldn't be Chase, I don't think. Chase for Ace. Yeah, all day.
Can't have it any other way. I mean, the name's too good for it.
Yeah, definitely. Even if Chase was like the weakest player on the team, which he isn't. But, you just send him out last anyway.
Alright. So, today was Mother's Day, Jadron.
Yep, I went out.
What did you get up to, mate?
I went out for lunch and had lunch at my sister's house with my mum, my grandparents as well. It was just a nice little family get together.
Nice. This morning I cooked about a kilo of bacon on the barbecue while my sister was making pancakes inside. The sad part is my sister was making pancakes for 5 people, and she was using, we don't have a fry pan at the moment because the other one bubbled over. So she was using like a little electric fry pan that was the size of 1 pancake. So it took her over an hour to make enough pancakes for 5 people.
What's Eros doing in here? Get this. What's Eros in the lobby for? Get this kid out. Oh no. What's this? What's this all about?
Invasion.
Sending out Eros next. Alrighty. They're putting a stop to this mess.
I think Illusory knows what's up here. I think he'll be going for an 11 barracks just to be safe. and a quick second supply depot if he knows what's good for him.
Yep. Eros has slain many opponent with his variety of unique aggressive builds. Like when he made me play Pez in like round 2 losers bracket at ACL Brisbane 2013 because he 2-0'd Pez with Baneling busts. I was not happy about that.
Alright.
Down here in the bottom right, representing Frenetic Array and also mGG, because TCP unfortunately dead clan, it's the Pink Zerg Eros.
And spawning in the upper left. He's got 2 now. Can he go for the turkey? It's Eternals Illusory, formerly of Tor.
See, he still is in Tor.
Oh, he's still in Tor, just
yeah.
they're quiet, very quiet these days.
Yeah, it's very, very quiet.
But their clan members are very vocal.
Well, it's called Time of Rising, so I'm sure they will rise again.
Yeah. They're just laying dormant for a while.
Yep, Tor back pro level.
Tor will win again.
Now,
Not sure I was going with that one.
Yeah. Tor will win this game once again because they are good.
Alright, so Eros this game. I think the last 2 or 3 games I've casted of Eros, he went 12 during rush.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, alrighty.
So
Wow.
he's changed it up a bit.
Could see probably a Baneling bust of some description. I'll look at this pool first. So already Eros. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, you could just be like, oh, he's scared of Reapers. He's not good at dealing with Reapers. He's just playing safe. But I know Eros better than that. Like, I've seen and heard about enough of his games to know that's not how this thing works with him.
So do you think this is? Oh, actually, where's he heading? Okay, I was gonna say, could this be the Jerry? No, wait, Tiger Man's probably. I reckon you will see a double gas here from Eros for a big Baneling bus. What do you reckon?
It's definitely a strong possibility. If Illusory has really good Hellion micro control, he can shut that down. But yeah, it's hard to hold. I've tried like a no regret Bane bust lately. You know, I used to do that kind of thing in 2012, and it just stopped working. But now I'm just doing it, and it's working, and it just baffles me. So Baneling bust, it's pretty good versus Terran these days. You make a lot of lings, you make some Banelings, and then you just kill stuff. And
Yep, and Ling's already on the way. He's actually going a bunch of slow Lings here.
alright.
I actually might be going for a CC cancel here.
And oh wow, this is actually really good because Illusory is doing the annoying send Marines out to kill Overlords build. So he actually
it's going to work out nicely.
he needs to bring those Marines home, or he's gonna lose them for free and be in some trouble, and maybe lose his natural CC. And
He's actually, this is very good here. A little trick here by Illusory. Arrow's not quite paying attention, just chasing this SCV around. So this means less Lings to try and take down the SCVs, building things back at home.
the oldest trick in the book, man, but it still works clearly.
Yep.
And at home, Eros starting to drone up, just getting another queen and mostly playing normal. And all the Lings do dive on the Marines, and he actually wasn't making another one, so it's a bit of a snake.
The good thing though, this CC does complete though, so this shouldn't worry Illusory too much.
Does lose 2 workers, maybe about to lose a 3rd one. No!
Well played.
That was some nice micro from Illusory there, and now he's got a Marine in the bunker, so he's doing fine. And double gas coming down at 33 supply, so RLC, you know, there's lots of things he could be doing. He might go for like just kind of a roach play from here, so Illusory definitely have to watch out for that.
Yep, and these Lings are going to be denied here by Illusory. That bunker really nice for him. Once he gets those extra few supply dupers up, he'll at least have the start of a wall going on here. So yeah, as you're saying, Roach, big possibility here from Arrows with that double gas. So it's going to be interesting to see what he's actually going to do with this gas. If it's just going to be, because he went gasless, just trying to catch up and just tech whatever. Because it seems to be droning like a madman right now.
Yep, he's put on some early pressure and now just full droning, and there's the Roach Warren going down. So Illusory, will he be ready?
And a Baneling that's quicker to follow up Roach Bane attack on the incoming.
Yeah, this is I used to do like a pull first Roach Bane a lot back in the day, but I've never seen it done like this. So this is gonna be very hard for Illusory to hold. How unprofessional. Very hard for Illusory to hold, especially because he's still, doing the whole Hellion making thing. Banshees will be very helpful in holding this off. Like Banshees, especially if they target fire the Banelings, but this might not might not come out in time. It might be too late. I mean, the Roaches are going to be out in time, but there aren't a lot of Lings, so maybe. And he's actually going to come and he's actually going to scout the lack of a third base, and that's going to be really telling to Illusory and make him think, okay, hold on, what's going on here? He's actually getting 2 more factories, so...
Yeah, he actually... Oh, I thought he was going to send the Hellion zone completely, then just be like, alright, something's going on, I need to get ready. But, Illusory right now, he's going to be heading into mech by the look of things. I'm surprised he hasn't started up a Banshee, because it's really going to help him against these Roaches, and now he starts it up. Yeah. His starport's been sitting there for quite a while doing nothing, but he was just focused on getting his factories out, and this could be a bit of a problem.
Going to try and get a tank out, and if he manages to get a tank out, then it's going to be really helpful for holding, and I think he might be able to do it in time, and also, Illusory, very nice here. Oh no, actually not nice, just kind of suiciding. I thought he was just going to snipe all the Banes, but instead he's actually going to do a run-by, which isn't actually the worst idea. It's very distracting.
Yeah, and he's got the one Marine bunker tactic going on here. SCVs are in position. Can they do what's needed? And it doesn't look like it isn't able to save this, but the siege tank is done. No, put it behind.
And the Banshee plus the siege tank should be very helpful in holding. So
she's not firing; it's just sitting there.
Yeah, Illusory, he's not going to die, but he is going to take some damage. But overall, I think pretty nice hold. I think he responded pretty well. He's got all SCV's not repairing the tank actually, and that's a big deal. That definitely shouldn't have gone down.
Yeah, SCV's falling now as well. 19 workers, 20 workers going down here for Illusory. The Banshee's going to keep him alive for now though, but this is just too much damage.
Yeah, I think if he kept that tank alive and the 5 or 6 SCVs that were guarding it, then Illusory would be in a really nice position. But that really hurt him, and that was kind of what pushed that attack over the edge into being actually quite damaging.
Lewis is going for a bit of a counterattack to keep the Lings at home for now. Hellion is diving into this natural base. Not really getting anything done, but he did pull Eris home for a little bit, and this is going to allow him time to get more units back out to defend. And Illusory is setting up just back at home to stay alive. Yeah. He's got 2 benches out now, more Hellions. He's got the siege tank coming out as well to help him with this issue, and it looks like he's actually setting up really nicely for a good hold here. But I mean...
Yeah, Illusory, he should have done that Hellion counterattack a bit earlier.
Yeah.
But, I don't know about lifting the CC back, but I think he has to. He doesn't have tanks or anything out yet, so... Where's his Banshee, by the way?
Both of his Banshees are sitting above the Hellions in the main.
Oh, okay, there we go. And pretty nice... Widowmine hit, just scaring Eros away, but Eros has just already droned this third base.
Yeah, just gone wild in that regard. But, I mean, Illusory, he has a lot of mules available to him to drop once that CC goes back down. His SCV count is relatively alright. He just needs to main-art some SCVs down to his natural. But, yeah, I mean, his upgrades are in a bit of a plot, but if he turtles the right thing as he is going mech, he can hold for quite a while.
Yeah, mech, it doesn't matter. The thing with mech is, as, Pox's, nearly 2-hour game against Creamy where, Creamy was on one base and almost died shows. With mech, it doesn't matter how far behind you are, it's all about, how much you can turtle. So, if Justin can, if Illusory can harness his inner Avillo, then... How much damage he took from this early aggression won't matter. And the Banshees are flying in, which is good, and there's no Spore here, but Mutas are going to be out, and there's no Cloak, so it's actually going to be, I guess, free Banshees for Eros to kill.
Yeah, he's just going to start targeting on the drones, get their worth.
And some of them actually targeting the hatchery, but he got 4 workers there. It could have been more. But now Thor's coming out, and that was just kind of an unfortunate timing
it was a bit sloppy.
for Illusory. He has lots of Hellions, but Hellions aren't going to do too well against Mutas, and there's a ton of mules, but in no turrets or anything. And in fact, because his engineering bay is only just now finishing, so he's going to have 1 Thor to deal with all these Mutalisks, and that's not really enough. But all the ground forces are being repelled. He does have a Widow Mine, might go down. Nope.
Yep, Thor's here. He's helping push away these Mutas, alright.
Yep, lots of damage being taken by Illusory over the course of the game, and always he's not repairing the Thor. Once again, just a
No.
very sloppy mistake, and there's the GG.
Yeah. He had the grounds to be able to hold that, but he just didn't really play it out well.
I agree with that, like 100%. Illusory, he had all the tools basically to hold, but just he miscontrolled and misplayed, and Eros's Eros's good builds were much stronger than Illusory could deal with. So
Mm.
now ETL, we at ETL have to send out a player to crush Eros. We need someone who can defend cheese. So Namek is out of the question. So perhaps we send out Raven Flames himself, Sam Koo.
Oh, I feel bad for old mate Namek now. That was rude.
What if it's all a mind game though? What if when Namek comes out to play, they're like, oh, this guy can't hold cheese. So they try and cheese him, but Namek just goes beast mode and he holds it with like 400 APM.
I believe.
Just waiting on the maps. Alright, it's Cactus Valley. I'll host up because I'm the man. Yeah, I'm the man. I'm the man with the power.
Now this map I'd like for Raven Flames.
I also like it. That's why I actually suggested to him. It's like I'm not sure. I'm not down with these new maps. So I said, well, how about this one? This one's, in my opinion, slightly harder for Zerg. So
Yep, good choice. The old, very choky everything. Everything that pretty much has a base on this map has a massive choke, so it's like really nice. Alright. Now, being it a 4-player map, I really doubt we're going to see a 12 drone rush. But, I mean, it is Eros and he can surprise us.
it definitely could happen.
Goon at noon, boys.
I don't get the obsession with the kids these days with their goon and their pingers. It's just not for me. It's not the lifestyle I want.
Just ask Ashley, he knows.
Yeah, he knows
He's
all
the
of
eternal advisor for old people.
Yep, he knows all about all the sick new clubbing strats.
They're not about bangs and mash these days. They're all about pingers and gash. So.
Anyway, here on Cactus Valley map, I haven't played in quite a while because I videoed it. Anyway, up here in the top left, and oh, cross spawn, how exciting! We have the Protoss player representing ETL. It's Raven Flames.
And in the bottom right, we have the ever exciting mGG representative, also from Frey, Eros.
Now, it's very hard to scout on maps like these, so things like the Jerry build, even though it is fairly easy wall on this map, can be quite effective. And I don't know what Slayer's talking about because I have no overlay. Maybe.
Oh no, he's talking about his Observer UI. He keeps using the
Oh,
CS one, and he doesn't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I think it's fine for watching, but I just prefer the default one so much more.
I don't really like it that much. I like the one I have at the moment, the Game Heart one.
Oh, that's like a thing you have to install, right?
Not really. Just download the thing and put it in the interfaces folder. That's it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
Oh, okay.
installing.
Yes.
And
I
Raven
can see
Flames
that.
is going to get second scout off, and Eros is going to get last scout. So already there's a small advantage here for Eros, and Raven Flames opening with the Forge, as he does. That's that's his normal style. That's what he's most comfortable with. And he does like the opportunity to cannon rush, which he could actually do. He sees Hatch
Yeah, he's
first.
found it. Oh, he's come on. No, just counter rush it straight away. Oh,
Oh,
he's gonna block the ramp.
he's doing
Oh,
it. He's going for it. He sees that hatch first. What a dirty, dirty player. And Eros, he's still talking. He doesn't know.
he's looking for a 2-gate in his main, and he's not gonna find it. He's gonna find these pylons, so he's gonna be like, oh, well, this isn't fun.
Yeah,
And now he goes for his pill. His pill's really late, so these pylons aren't gonna go down. I mean, he might lose one here, but this cannon's definitely gonna finish.
Yep, and this is already really unfortunate for Eros. I mean, there's two other places he can take a base, but we could see that kind of situation where he just keeps cannon rushing bases. I mean, assuming Eros cancels, of course. And oh, look at that! Just rebuilds the pylon. That's incredibly cheeky.
He's gonna have to cancel this base.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. If he doesn't, then that would be a really big mistake because it means no chance for a proxy hatchery or anything. And Raven Flames, he's gonna stick to that drone like glue, and just expand and play it out normally. So from here, as like Eros hasn't put dudes on gas yet, which I think would have to be a mistake. Although, oh no, he's just gonna try and break out of the contain, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's also a valid response. But yeah, as I was about to say, when you're the cannon rushing player, you think, okay, what can actually kill me at this point? Nidus, So you just put pylons in all the corners of your bases, things like that. But once he sees the spines and sees that Eros is just trying to break out and do the normal kind of, just try and play it out, take the hit kind of style, then I think he'll be a bit less cautious against Nidus.
It's gonna be interesting to see what Eris is gonna do with his gas here. I mean, most probably would be a link speed to start us off, but if he does go layer quickly here.
Yep, there's the link speed, and yeah, it probably will be lair, but maybe roaches. Because the quick roach counterattack, even on a map this big, can do a bit of damage. And Raven Flames is gonna cannon rush this base too, and the links could stop that.
Well, no, not really. That cannon's still up on the low ground, and they can't pass. He's got high ground vision with that pylon, so yeah, this cannon's gonna finish down here.
He would have to make a run for it, and he can do it. He can actually make a run for it if he sends lost one, but if he sends all his lings, he can go and do it. But the cannon is going to finish, and it's too late. So there's another cancel, and Ravenflame should actually no. I think he should leave that cannon up just so he can't take that base at all.
Yeah. It's all well played. He's actually... Oh, no, where are you going? You're crazy. He didn't think he cancelled it, I guess. No, he thought he cancelled, sorry, that's what I meant.
Eros is supply blocked and floating 800 minerals, but you kind of have to. You're just looking for anywhere to put down your base. There's the Roach Warren and the expansion. And Ravenflame's just going into a normal game, but he has to kind of be wary of things like roaches, and the cannon does finally go down there, and that spine barely survived. And there we go. 3 bases for Eros, so he's just going to go into 3 base kind of macro and make a bunch of roaches. But Stargate from Ravenflames is good because there's going to be no defense for an Oracle, and he can go into Void Rays against the roaches as well.
Yeah, I kind of would have liked to see Ravenflames gauge kind of just like +1 7-gate all in behind that. I mean, there would really have been nothing to hold. I mean, the economy is in shatters here for Eros.
That's very true as well, but in the end, Ravenflames will just probably play how he's most comfortable, and he's not someone I see do those kinds of all-ins a lot, and he is actually getting a second cannon, so I think he realizes how far ahead he is, and he's, oh my god, is he actually going to try and cannon rush this base again? That is the cheekiest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, he doesn't see it. He's going to be able to get away with this.
Oh my god. Ra Raven Flames. This
He's a
is
cheeky
this is
bugger.
ridiculous. This
He's
is
a cheeky
dirty.
bugger.
And look at this. He's already making the Void Ray. So you know, little does he realize, but he's actually countering the roaches that are coming. So,
Hmm.
oh my god, this is and it finishes and everything. Oh well, with roaches he might be able to save it, and it looks like he looks like he is actually going to be able to save it. But it's
He
going to
uses
be
effects on the
close.
pylon though.
Yeah, it's going to be close. And looks like he's got another pylon coming, but it looks like he will be able to stop this. And no, nice last second cancel on one of the cannons there. But yeah, so ultimately not worth it for Raven Flames, but I love just seeing that.
Just
That was
being cheeky. He got a spine crawler and a couple of roaches, but
yep,
he's all
and
good.
very far ahead in probes. But yeah, Hydralisking coming down, so there's really no economy to afford Hydralisks with. But even so, Hydralisks are pretty good against Void Rays. I mean, Void Rays are basically the best unit in the game, but you know, Hydras are pretty good at killing them. And Raven Flames did get pretty badly supply blocked.
He's actually put in a big flood of gateways here with +1 on the way here. I reckon a big attack with the Void Rays.
Yeah, he's doing one of those Void Ray gateway all-ins. And Raven Flame's actually sending a probe all the way around the map, so yeah, this is actually very, very good. He's already got a couple cannons at home as well. Supply blocks are getting him down a little bit, but the pylons are about to finish. And I mean, Eros is still droning up. He's going to have like nothing. He's going to have a handful of Hydras and Roaches, and like that's going to be it. I mean, he doesn't really have anything to defend against these Void Rays. I think what Raven Flames is going to do is he's gonna try and go into the main and just snipe out maybe the main base. But there's actually is going to be enough Hydras out to deal with this. They are out of position though, so we'll have to see what he can do. He might actually be forced to recall if he's not careful. And he sees the Hydralisks, so he did get some pretty valuable information there though.
Yeah, he doesn't need to waste his recall right now. He can just kind of stay around, hang around for a bit, just make sure he doesn't take too much damage on those Void Rays.
And, well, I don't know. Eros's economy is kind of good now, so if somehow he's able to squeeze out just enough units to hold these gateways, then he'll be fine. Like, that's a lot of Hydras, but not much to buffer for them. So, Raven Flames, it's up to him to kind of just micro correctly, warp in enough waves, and just kind of crush through.
Yeah, no, wait for the rest of the units.
Yeah, right now he's very Zealot heavy, and I don't actually agree with this. I don't know why he's going in right now. This is actually a really bad time to go in. A nice time warp, but that was not good micro. He's actually recalling all the way home, and that was like a really botched attack from Raven Flames. Like, there was no reason not to just wait for like a few more waves of gateway units. Like, there was really just no reason not to.
Yeah, and he just threw away a bunch of pylons basically as well. So he's going to a third base. I think he has enough units to hold his third base, but oh man, he just kind of got really edgy on that attack. Just wanted to go, and yeah, he had nothing really against what Eros already had out. Like, he waited way too long for that. That's why I thought if he hit it that +1 with a bunch of gateways, that attack would have just absolutely crushed Eros.
Yeah, he has a lot of sentries now, so yeah, and there's lots of chokes on this map, so if Eros isn't careful, he could get his entire army like force fielded in half here. And yeah, he does pull back intelligently. But that is a lot of Hydras, so if the force fields are bad, then yeah, there we go. They're well good enough at least to deter Eros. And we've got the Twilight Council coming down as well. And the Mothership Core goes down. That's not good. That is not good at all.
He's using Void Rays here. He's letting his Void Rays attack without his ground army here. He's using his force field to zone out, but he just keeps letting his Void Rays simmer forward a little bit.
Yeah, lots of drones up here as well, by accident.
Right, really? Oh yes. Yeah. 6 drone.
But now that Raven Flames has a third base, if he can just get this kind of droned up, start getting some lots of Blink Stalkers out, then he'll be completely fine. But it's definitely been a very interesting back and forth game.
No, yeah, Arrows has got a bit of an economy lead now. He's up in drones. He's got 3 bases going for him. His unit count is quite nice as well. Actually ahead of Raven Flames, but Praetos usually do well with more supply.
Yeah, army supply actually is actually even now, and I think Eros has kind of missed his timing to do some damage. I mean, like he was doing a very smart thing by not
Mhm.
just getting his army cut in half and just jumping forward. But I mean, like it's not a mistake necessarily. I'm just saying like
Yeah.
his timing to do damage is kind of over. I mean, this isn't a lot of Roach Hydra at this point in the game. It was, but not really anymore. And once Blink finishes, if Raven Flames controls his units properly, then that's going to be good. This is quite a hard area to force field though, so Raven Flames, has to be careful. But these are slow Hydras actually,
Well, gotta be
so
careful. His blink's not done yet.
and should charge those Void Rays and focus down the Roaches. But no, he's just going to take the fight, and he's just going to absolutely crush it.
Yeah, 1-1 against only +1. And I think his +1 just finished it. The fight started as well. So yeah, these Protoss units doing a pretty good job as they do, and just pretty much crushed this army of Eros. And Raven Flames take a quite good supply lead right now. Blink about to finish as well. Raven Flames behind this. His probe count increased significantly over the last minute or so. Went up by 12. So now his third base is basically saturated. He can go into that nice, comfortable Protoss composition of Sentry Blink and attack if he wants to.
Eros' supply just plummeted in that fight, and he still doesn't have a fourth base, so now Raven Flames, especially with the Colossus coming out, is just in a really good position. He's got Blink done, he's basically got like everything he could want.
I completely miss the robotics facility finishing.
And yeah, he's actually chrono boosting a Nexus that it doesn't have anything building, so good plays. But yeah, Raven Flame's still ahead in workers, and Eros just doesn't have anything. He's still building more Hydras, but yeah, like he just doesn't have a fourth base. He doesn't have. I mean, he has an infestation pip. He's not doing anything with it. Like I get, like the idea would be a Viper timing, but I mean, like a Viper time. The thing is, a Viper timing. If he had retained his army, it would have been really good and really powerful. But now he's just kind of like, what does he do? And all Darkshrine coming down for Mr. DT Flames.
Yeah, he's actually going for it. Oh no, okay, he's just placing pylons. I thought he was going for a hidden base for a second, but not the case. But he's going to find this first hidden pylon in the top right here.
Yeah, these are some. Yeah, this is actually. I think he is going for a hidden base. Maybe that probe's still kind of sitting around. I think I agree with hidden bases in like just generally. They're very rare to find. Yep, there we go, hidden base. And there's an Overlord nearby, but not quite close enough. And I think he's going to get away with this 100%.
Alright, so yeah, Raven Flames. Oh, yeah, I should have seen this coming. It's Void Ray Colossus, and it's a perfect build, basically, for what he's going to be facing. I mean, Roach Hydra, yes, sure, you can try. Void Ray is going to melt the Roaches, Colossus is going to melt the Hydralisks. And, I mean, DTs, if Eris finds himself out of the map, he's going to find it hard to defend.
Infestors are coming out. Now, even if Raven Flames gets his entire army fungled, in the end, Infestors just like aren't very good anymore. So they're not gonna, especially when you're this behind, they're not gonna be the difference maker. I mean, the best case scenario, he fungals, gets a chain fungal, kills all the sentries, and then gets like a big flank or something. But I don't think it will matter. I just like Raven Flames just has so many good, powerful units.
Yep.
Like it doesn't like I just don't really see any way for Eros to win in this situation, especially when there's Templar Archives with Storm almost done.
Yep, and the DTs are coming in here either side. This DT's in the fourth base. They're actually going to get a lot of work done. The DT in the third base didn't really get much. It was Spine Crawlers and the Spore Crawler. All good, but
nice fungal to detect it, yeah.
I think that DT got at least 4 or 5 there.
Classic, Raven Flames play right there. Most Protoss believe when behind Dark Shrine, but Raven Flames will put that thing down all day.
Yep.
Warp Prism coming across the map. I like this. There's never a bad time to Warp Prism harass really.
He's actually going for the main. There's a spot with no vision in the main right now, which is actually going to be great for warping in DTs. There's actually no detection in the main either, so it's going to be deadly if it's like a 3 or 4 DT warp in there.
Yeah, and there is a Spire, but like, it's just really unfortunate. Eros just doesn't have the economy to do a Muta switch or anything that could potentially win on the game. In fact, he's making Corruptors, which is good. Corruptors are, generally good units, but Void Rays, man, if he just activates the Prismatic Alignment on the Void Rays, like, the Corruptors will just die instantly. I sound like a very salty Zerg player when I say this, but Corruptors really aren't very good at all.
Mm. Well, the overseers are kind of just moving around, not to where these DTs are right now, and DT just getting a bit of damage, being annoying. But while the army's out of position, he goes into the the fourth base, sorry.
Warps in through DTs, and the Corruptors are going to kill this Warp Prism, but yeah, here comes the army of Raven Flames just going into the third base, and it's undefended.
Oh, the Fungal does catch an observer with that army there.
Oh, 6 storms!
Storms are going to do the work here, and the force fields are great. It keeps the Rage Hydra completely out, and now the Corruptors are fighting Stalkers and Corruptors. What am I saying? I'm all over the place. But anyway, the fight's going down. The Corruptors are, the Colossus are just kind of attacking nothing in the background right now. Could be up the front helping with these Infestus Rogue Hydras, but they're just doing their own thing right now, which is going to force him away for now.
Yeah, those Colossus doing nothing was a bit of a difference maker. This game would be completely over if the Colossus were fighting, but instead, Eros is just going to stay alive for a little bit longer at least. A bunch of Hydras about to pop out right on top of these Colossus though, and yeah, that's not good. Aggressive Blink, which is generally a very bad idea against Roach Hydra, but it doesn't matter. Raven Flames just does too much. And Raven Flames taking a base lead now.
Yeah.
And there's the GG. Raven Flames brings ETL to a 3-1 lead. So good work.
Yeah.
Good work.
Cheeky way to start the game.
Oh, definitely. He saw it like. I'll bring up for the benefit of the stream the conversation I had with Raven Flames. I'm like, oh, Cactus is harder for Zerg. It has some nice cannon rush spots. He's like, oh, but there's no point cannon rushing if he's might cheese me. So I'm like, oh, he's not going to cannon rush, but he did. He saw an opportunity and he took it. That's how you do it.
Yep. Alright, so Swampsticker up next with Expedition Lost. By the looks of it.
I like this choice a lot. Swarmsticker definitely knows the ins and outs of Raven Flames play, and he knows that Raven Flames hasn't been playing recently. Mm-hmm. So I think, I hope Swarmsticker doesn't underestimate Raven Flames because he hasn't been playing much recently. I think he might just kind of Swarmsticker spent some time in ETL, so I think I kind of know how he thinks, but he might be very confident in this game. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Expedition Lost. Just trying to think of what Swampsticker might have in mind here. I mean, he can proxy hatch.
Yeah,
we know Swampsticker is someone like that. He likes to proxy hatch, and we could see that one below the rocks get utilized.
I actually really like that. I just tried it on ladder once, and it worked perfectly versus a GM. Just never tried it before, so.
Yeah, I think it could be really good against Raven Flames. As you said, he hasn't been playing too much lately. And if he doesn't really know about that proxy hatch location, it could go pretty well for Swampsticker.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna get an invite, right?
Oh, nope. You're out, mate. Solo cast.
Alright.
Did you get an invite or did it? Oh, there we go.
Go on. Yep.
Alright. Alright, here we go. We got some green Proton versus yellow Zerg action. Yellow, of course, always been Swarmsticker's color of choice. And yeah, also notable, this is mGG's second last player, so if Swarmsticker fails in his quest here, it's going to be really hard for mGG to recover, and Chase or whoever comes out last will have to kill 4 ETL players.
That's a tough challenge.
That's like a reverse all kill in a best of in like a best of 7. So, and it's actually a reverse all kill -1, so it could be Year of Chase if he did manage to pull that off. But let's not count Swarmsticker out here. He's actually been getting some really good PvZ results recently. Anyway, down here in the bottom left, as I said, it is the yellow Zerg Swarmsticker.
And in the upper right, takes down Eros to take it to 3-1. It is Eternal's Raven Flames.
Now, Swarmsticker, as I said before I introduced him, he's actually been getting some really nice results in CVP lately. He's been wrecking Proza, who's Korean Master Protoss, been doing quite well. He's been wrecking Proza in tournaments lately. He beat him, I think 1-0 and 2-1. So just beating him. And I know ZVP was always a really big problem matchup for Swarmsticker whenever he didn't proxy hatch. So perhaps with help from people like NXZ, you can see on SC2C, NXZ giving some free coaching.
Drone rallied across the map here from Swarm. This first drone that just popped out here, it is going to be heading across the map.
And yep, and Raven Flames will see the drone rallying across the map. So that it's rallied to it's rallied to Raven Flames main. So it could be a mind game. It could just be a scouting drone. But either way, him seeing that, he knows Swarmsticker's reputation. So he's going to be like, oh, proxy hatch, especially because, before the game, like, oh, watch out for the back rocks. He can do cheeky proxies there. And Raven Flame's going to come out a minute, going to put down the forge, and looks like he's just going to do the proxy hatch at the natural, if possible. If Raven Flames is expert, he could deny it though. But no, just pull first, and yeah.
I don't like it if Swarm goes for a proxy hatch here. I mean, the forge is coming down, so he can just throw down a cannon, and that basically gets rid of that.
Yeah, I think, well, first of all, Raven Flames, it doesn't look like will even let it happen.
Yeah.
He's just going to be annoying and deny some of Raven Flame's mining time. But yeah, versus Forge, it doesn't. I mean, it can work if you manage to squeeze a creep tumor out, but yeah, generally not a great idea versus.
A pylon block is so cheeky.
Raven Flames is like a very aggravating player for these mGG Zergs to play against, and there's the cancel, and nice. And thing is, Swarmsticker could retake his natural, but yeah, just takes the third base like you would expect.
Yep. Probe finally getting chased all the way basically back home, and his Raven Flame's just checking around, making sure
he's checking the back rocks. I love his thoroughness.
He's actually checking around for other proxy locations.
But yeah, Swarmsticker's just playing. He's playing normal. Yeah. He's doing good job so far. I mean, like pylon block and stuff like that is just really annoying.
Yep.
But he's playing completely normal. He's playing completely fine at the moment. Needs to make another drone. There we go. And yeah, this is some pretty textbook play from Swarmsticker. So hopefully he can show his improvement in this game and show some of that, Roach Hydra play that has been getting him some success recently. And the Zerglings from Swarmsticker are actually going to go and attack the back rocks, which I think is a smart decision. Yep. He knows there's a cannon up the front, so he's not going to be able to do anything there. And since I believe all 4 can attack. So
yeah,
all 4 lings can attack, so I would like to see one kind of out the front just in case, but attacking the back rocks, getting them down quicker is obviously very good as well. And it looks like Raven Flames actually would not see that, but he's actually bringing his lings home because Raven Flames is scaring him with a probe. Anyway, I mean, he saw Raven Flames cannon rush Eros last game, even though the hatchery was like, you'd already killed cannons there. So yeah, but a very nice move from Raven Flames bringing these. You know, it obviously wasn't intentional, but he did manage to bring these lings home.
Mm-hmm. And the Cybernetic Skull going to finish up for him. His second base, sorry, his natural's already up and running. It's probing up nicely as well. And yeah, Ravenflames is going to be sitting pretty back at home on these two bases for a while. Like nothing can really threaten him right now. I mean, Swarm Sticker's just droning up at the same time. Only just got his initial 4 lings running around dancing, looking for those proxy locations, just seeing if there's any kind of Stargate or any proxy tech on the field, and he's not going to find anything.
Yeah, I mean, well, supply block. That's a pretty nasty supply block actually, delaying his mothership core. But
Oh yes.
yeah, both players at this point just just make workers. That's the name of the game here. And there's that Stargate going down at the front. So Raven Flame's gonna go for that Oracle. And nice scout from Swarms to go the standard 630 Overlord scout. And there's no Stalker out quite yet, but I think he will definitely see the Stargate. So he should have all the tools in place to deal with that. And he actually might barely. Oh no, he did see it. I think. Yeah, he did actually see it. I don't know what with, but I think it's Zergling. Yeah, I think.
Another Overlord.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Sending in 2 and managing to save 1. That's the dream. That's the dream right there. But
That supply block's pretty
that's
heavy.
actually
There's only one more on the way.
no, that's actually a really bad supply block. Swarmsticker. Oh wow, that's actually like really really bad. That's a pretty terrible oversight to make. I mean, it happens to the best of us, but like, oh, that's really nasty. That's a big delay right there.
I like the Phoenix actually coming out here from Raven Plains. There's actually a bunch of overlords out on the map here for Swarmskid that is gonna lose most probably here. Is there's no real anti-air on the map for Swarmskid at all.
Yeah, and he's
actually, I was gonna say, how did he miss this? But he's got it. He's got it.
Yeah,
no, okay. What's he? No. He's just messing up his rally.
Yep, and Phoenix opening, you don't see them too often these days. You see the Oracle straight into Blink more these days, but I still like Phoenix openings. They're really annoying to deal with, and supply, just gonna be supply blocking Swampsticker, and it's 8:45, and he's 20 drones short of where he should be at this point in the game versus a Forge Fast Expand opening. So these supply blocks and things have really just screwed around with Swampsticker, and Raven Flames is actually very far ahead at this point.
Yeah, this Phoenix right now, though, he could be he's flown past 2 overlords in the middle of the map, barely missing out on him. Now he's like in vision of this other overlord here and not doing anything about it. Oh, there we go. Now he's paying attention.
200 APM, some sick usage. And yeah, that down goes another overlord, and there's a supply block again, and no overlords have started. And this is back when Swampsticker was in ETL, he had probably the biggest issue in his play with supply blocks, and we're seeing that kind of come back to haunt him again here. He thought he could leave it all behind. He thought I'm done with this supply block business. I'm moving on to Master League. But no, the supply blocks, just when he thought he was done, they're coming back to haunt him.
Yep, and there's still a couple of overlords out for the picking right now. There's one over the possible 4th base of Swarmskir, as well as that one that just snuck back into the range of the Queens here on the 3rd base. So I was actually surprised. Actually, a nice little drone pickup there. Is swinging around. He's finding some. He's actually found a nice spot for this Queen. Actually.
Oh, this in row. There we go. Small adjustment and picking off a Queen, and this is why I still like Phoenix openings. They're so annoying when they do things like this. Going to get an Overseer. What can he do about it? Nothing.
Absolutely. And behind this, is he actually just going for a 2-base Colossus? Or is he actually going to expand?
I think he's going for 2-base Colossus. He's going for the 2 Immortal, 2 Colossus build maybe, but he's going up to 6 Phoenix as well. Now lots of Hydras coming out, so he's got to be a bit less daring with these Phoenix from now on. And pops out right under a lot of Hydras, and he's actually going.
He's going to try and get his worth now.
Yep, and his
supply block.
Phoenix are actually kind of trapped. Oh no, he's just gonna get a couple of lings and nice reaction time flying away from the Phoenix. And yeah, Swarmsticker, he sees there's no 3rd base, so he should expect an all-in of some kind. And that's indeed what he's going to be contending with.
The thing though that's a little bit scary, he doesn't really expect the Colossus though, and this is going to be really scary for him, especially when these Colossus do end up making their way across. What's this Ling? Where can I hear this Ling? Oh, there's Ling's knocking at the rocks below. But yeah, once these Colossus come out, it's going to be a Ling Hydra against this Phoenix Colossi kind of type composition. I don't think the Hydras are really going to survive against this.
Yep, and oh, nice transfuse there. Saves a queen and picks off a phoenix. That, oh man, that's a lot of Hydralisks. But again, there's going to be nothing but a few lings to buffer. And Swarmsticker's going to send some. Oh, actually gets the lings. Well, sort of in. They die to Colossus, but they do get in. And yeah, and is he actually going to take a third? No, no. Of course, yeah. There we go. He's just going to bring his proxy pylons forward. They're not too proxied at the moment. That's some marker pylon. And he actually is going to try and take a third. I mean, he has lots of money, so why not? But it's going to be denied by this Zergling.
Yep. Oh no, he gets a nice little wrap around there to bait the Ling, and yeah, he will get the third base up, and he keeps the pro. Oh, he's playing with him. He cancels the Nexus after killing the Ling here.
I think his third base is, yeah, I think that is quite clever, but I think his third base was late enough that I think Swampsticker's kind of already reacted to what Raven Flames is like doing as a two base all in anyway. So I think it's a nice idea, but I think Swampsticker already thought it was a two base all in. That's a lot of Roach Hydra, man. Yeah, so Swampsticker's managed to macro quite nicely out of his little supply block slump.
I suppose what he could have maybe got out of Swampsticker was like, oh yeah, maybe you might throw down a fourth and make a couple little extra drones here and there, but no, Swampsticker's sticking on his three base, he's maxing out. And
needs to cut this army in half, but yeah, he's out in open area. So there's not a whole lot of sentries here. I think he needs to warp. Like he's got enough money to warp in like 5 sentries. I think that's what he needs to do because
yeah, that's what he's doing.
Like yeah, he doesn't have much, and like this Corruptor's coming out, and this is actually a weird game because with the amount of like the fact that Swampsticker just wasn't droned up enough early on because of supply blocks and things that meant that he should have basically just died, but Raven Flames has been late enough with this attack that he's going to get Corruptors out and basically have all the tools to hold it fairly easily, although it is only 5 Corruptors and then he's maxed, so versus 3 Colossus, like, unless, 5 Corruptors isn't going to kill them that quickly.
I think if he turtles correctly on this third base, he should keep his third base alive and just be able to push Swarmscare away to be able to get this third base up and establish a nice force field there, cut off a bunch of the army here of Swarm, so he will push him away for now.
That is okay, and but
third base, there is a bit of flank.
Yeah, rather than putting some more supply into Corruptors, he actually makes 11 Roaches, which I think is a mistake here. There we go, 3 more Corruptors now, and actually a big flank coming in here, and where are the force fields? Looks like there are none, and this is...
He's letting his Colossus just kind of get picked off, he's not microing, there we go, he now picks it up, he's putting in a...
hallucinating a Colossus right in his opponent's face. Colossus kind of not firing, and it looks like Raven Flames is going to hold this attack. Corruptors are getting picked off, and it was, kind of a costly hold, I think, and he's still hasn't completely held quite yet, but there we go.
Yeah.
Quite a costly hold. He did lose a Colossus and most of his standing forces, but he does have the third base up and the supplies are even, so...
He didn't really have a bank behind that either, so he wasn't really able to remax hugely as well, so Raven Flames basically stays somewhat even in supply here. His probe count a little bit down, but army supply count basically the same. And this now third base is done, so Ravenflame is going to be able to make some more units, of course. He's got +2 with his blink coming. He's got extra gateways tacked on with this third base. I think he's just going to be alright.
Will we see DTs this game? I mean, he knows Swampsticker already has... Oh, there we go. There's the Dark Shrine.
Speak of that devil.
He knows Swampsticker already has spores, and he's DT flames, man. He's as long as there is a sun in the sky or a moon, he will get a Dark Shrine. And yeah, but like that was a really nice attack from Swampsticker, and he's definitely learned like the value of like a good positioning, and it almost gave him the edge to just end the game. But Colossus, they're good units.
Yeah, not really paying attention to his minimap right now.
He didn't have enough Corruptors. Yeah. Oh yeah, he will intercept them though. But Celts will. Actually, no, they won't. They won't get that. They won't actually scout if it's there or not. But he should assume that it is. I mean,
Yeah, the creep was basically all around there as well and up the ramp,
yeah.
so they should be telling enough.
And Templar Archives coming down as well from Raven Flames. And what tech is Swarm's is he going for? He doesn't have a hive.
He's heading.
He doesn't really have a bank of any kind, so it's just pure Roach Hydra, and we saw how that ended last time. And this next army from Raven Flames is going to be even bigger than last time. I mean, Swarmsticker, it's not going to go any better next time. He was maxed last time, so.
Yeah, he threw down some evolution chambers through his Vipers to feed off, but he hadn't started his hive yet, so it was a little bit of waste of money there a little bit early.
The double expansion from Raven Flames. Yeah.
One is going to get cancelled though, but now he knows out of position. This could be prime DT warp in time. As I wonder if he noticed this probe that was on the left hand side here that went across his creep. I mean,
he probably thinks
I think he has noticed there's a roach coming. Yeah, and you will find it.
And look at these zealots warping in, and yeah, but I think Swarmstick probably thinks, oh, I cancelled his 4th base. That's cool, but he actually hasn't. Well, he sees the Corruptor sees it now. Nice little Corruptor scout, by the way. And what's happening with those zealots? They're just going to retreat to the watchtower.
Yep, smart idea.
And Raven Flames the probe does not stay alive. Swarmsticker smartly finds it.
Alright, so the Corruptor can is low here, but I mean, he has got a lot of Roach Hydra, so when the Vipers do eventually come out here for Swarmsticker, I mean, he's got enough.
2 Vipers, yeah.
Yep, 2, that's good.
But there's going to be High Templar out, so.
That's the next area.
Like the 21-minute Vipers, it's just too late. And I like the choice of the Great Aspire. Broodlords are very helpful, but I just don't know, man. I don't know, Kev.
Yeah, there's only one High Templar with this army though from Raven Flames, so he's really banking on either one Storm or one good feedback here, so I'm a little bit worried for him.
5 Colossi though, 4.5 I guess, because one of them's almost dead. And there's, how many Corruptors? There's 3, so like Raven Flames doesn't realize it, but he could just A-move, like literally just A-move. Nice blink to pick off an Overseer there, by the way. But yeah, Raven Flames could just A-move at this point, and it would be completely over. When Zerg and Protoss are both maxed, usually the Protoss will win the fight.
Yeah, most of the time. He is taking towards Broodlords though, but I suppose this will have to, if Raven Flames ever caught wind, he's like, alright, I gotta attack now, but it looks like that is going to be the choice for him here. Is he's starting to move on a group, starting to clear it up with his Observer on the field.
That's 6 Colossi, man. That's
tons.
That's insane. So this isn't looking good for Swarmsticker, but he did take a really good engagement last time, so you can't count him yet. And Raven Flames has so much money, he's just doing this cannon thing. It's like unnecessary, and most of the time it's not even going to save you if you've lost a fight or anything. But like, he's going for it anyway. And nice concave at the top of the ramp.
Yep, very good choice there for Raven Flames not to stick around there.
There are Vipers, so he could abduct a couple of, up to 4 of these Colossi with the energy he has at his disposal. But yeah, and now he's going for it. Oh, huge storms!
Oh, so many Hydras took so much damage. These
Vipers all over the army.
Really nothing. And this army by a Swarmosphere is just getting absolutely crushed. And Raven Flames is up in so much in supply. Not enough Roaches in this Remax here. I mean, there's still 5 Colossus alive. The Colossus is going to make quick work of those. And Raven Flames is looking for victory.
Yeah, I mean, he's remaxing on 33 Hydras and 14. And there's the BM square bracket. Is that meant to be a smiley, maybe? I don't know.
I think you might have missed something there.
I have no idea. But, yeah, Raven Flames, he has this game well in hand. 2 more Colossi on the way. And,
often.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's setting up another concave and he's trying to get Broodlords, but there's just so many good Protoss units. But yeah, that was a nice concave and it kept him in bay. But what I would like to see Raven Flames do is just go in the main.
Walk around the bottom left there?
No, just like kill the rocks and yeah, just go in.
Yeah.
Because, if he can't fight into a concave down there, he can get one up top. And there is a Stargate for Raven Flame, so he will be able to go into Void Rays or whatever he chooses as soon as he sees the Broodlords. But yeah, once these extra 2 Colossi come out, I think Raven Flames is going to go again. What the High Templar count is only at 2, so, and they don't actually have any energy for Storm. Well, they do any second now, but
yeah, he just walled those in. So. little bit of a roach counterattack heading over to these new bases here. There's actually no defense at them at all right now, and there's no mothership core with the army here of Ravenfell's. He can't recall at all to save this.
Yeah, he doesn't have a mothership core at all.
Oh, he got DTs though. DTs will do a good job. Oh no, they're just walking by.
Just not on a move. And yeah, this is a really nice roach counterattack. And Ravenflames is actually being just really like indecisive and I guess you could say too patient. I mean, he's got his death army once again, and Swarmsticker's army isn't really much stronger than last time, except he has 2 Broodlords.
Bring those DTs up, Ravenflames. There they are. There he goes. Alright, so now he should be able to defend this, no worries.
But yeah, Ravenflames he's just kind of sitting back too much, but he needs to go for it now because Swarmsticker, the longer this game goes on, Swarmsticker's just going to be getting stronger and stronger. I would like to see things like a fleet beacon, and he actually does have a mothership core now, so that's good. I would like to see like a fleet beacon and stuff, so, you know, 6 more Broodlords, and this could actually be the difference maker, but I don't think they'll be in time. Depends how indecisive Ravenflames is, and he kills all those changelings.
Yeah, no getting by for them. And he's actually got a 2 DT warp in over in this right hand side, denying this 5th base mining, and there's actually nothing heading over there, so he's actually going to lose his base.
Yeah, this is a kind of a weird situation. Now all the Broodlords are out, and that's really good. But like this army of Ravenflames is still so strong, and as long as he doesn't attack into a concave, which he has really been avoiding doing, then he'll be good. And now these DTs just going to go over to this space, and if they can take out the Spore, which I'd perhaps not. Oh, and actually, here comes the fight here in the middle here. Oh, some nice storms.
Once again. Oh,
actually, storming his own stalkers.
Oh, that's not good. Got a bit aggressive there, but he's pulling in Colossus.
Yeah, and this is actually a really nice fight. The storms were actually a huge. Oh my god! And Swarmsticker now actually, you know, is bringing more Blink Stalkers, but the Blink was like, and the Storms were just so bad in that fight, and it looks like he will actually be able to pick off the Broodlord. So, but Ravenflames' army is just completely plummeted in supply, and Stormsticker's managed to do this.
He got really antsy in that fight there. His Storms looked good to keep the Hydras at bay, but then he just blinked under him and just left him open for business for those Hydras and Broodlords, and it just hurt him so bad.
Ravenflames has no money. I don't believe how bad that fight was. That's like the worst like late game Protoss engagement I've ever seen, and it. Oh man, now he just has no money. He can't remake his army.
Yeah, this is it. Like Swarmsticker is marching forward with these Broodlords basically untouched. Reinforcements coming in, even making 5 more Broodlords, and this is definitely smelling the end here for Ravenflames as he's morphing in High Templar and Stalkers, but it's just not going to be enough.
I cannot believe that fight. Like Ravenflames had this game won for like 20 minutes, and then he just took like the worst fight I've ever seen. Wow.
Yeah, he tried to Protoss a bit too hard there, I think.
Yeah, that was like...
how many spellcasts can I do in a second? And it was too many.
Well.
Alright, so... Soundwave, what is the secret weapon?
Third player. I don't know. Just asking around, seeing who's next.
Alright. Just reading through some of the chat.
see why it takes mGG so long. Finding someone to play is hard. I have like all these chatterboxes here, and none of them are stepping up.
You said 7 p.m. man, and they're all dogging you. Hey man, I'm meeting. I'll have to unleash the scene on them later if they're not careful.
Yeah. I mean, you beat a Premier League player, so almost 2-0'd him. Like, got some skills, mate.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he was rushing Hive in game 1.
Yeah, 2 base Broodlords apparently.
Yeah, and then game 2, it was my fault for the loss. Then game 3, I just got outplayed straight up. So.
It looks like we might have Namek stepping up to the plate here.
I believe in the Namek. Koda was played twice in a row.
Not true.
But I suppose only 2 maps get to get replayed, I guess, English and first name. Sad news.
Welcome to the stream, Hongwana. And indeed, this is Australian Twitch chat. We got all the copy pastas, mate.
Wonder what is second. Oh, and all of Twitch. Welcome, buddy. We've got all the spectators joining this time. Alright, so I think we're just waiting on Slayer to join.
Yeah, well, he's here now, so...
Fuck's the score is 3-2. Oh, Pucks has got you back.
Well, Shane is AFK, so...
Alright. I do like this map choice here for Namek too.
Yeah, I think it's an alright map. So basically,
It's a small ramp, smallish ramp.
Namek needs to watch out for early pulls, proxy hatch, red Hydra Viper. I don't know why Namek is so bad versus early pull. It really just kinda does my head in. From the Australian winter.
Wow, that's a confident Swampski right there. Giving himself time to make a cup of tea.
So much BM in the chat. Toxic. Toxic
Too much
scene.
lot of talk.
Toxic scene. Keeping people out, keeping people away. This is why people don't come into the scene. Just all this toxic talk.
Keeping you down. You just want to be a winter, but you can't.
Yeah, people just telling me who I can and can't be, and I don't like that. It's not right.
Alright, finally we have it ready up from Swarm, and the countdown begins here for Echo.
Yeah, Swarmsticker making Big Andy play the waiting game. He lost to Demilove earlier today. Can he recover from that? He wasn't very happy with those games.
That's understandable. Demilove, of course, very, very strong Zerg. So losing to him's okay. You can't beat yourself up over it. Alright, spawning in the upper left, we have the yellow Protoss representing Eternal. It is Namek. Big Andy.
Namel the dank meme camel. Down here in the bottom right, taking that last game, representing mGG, it is Swarmsticker.
Alright, so no early pull goodness here from Swampski just yet. He makes his first Overlord, so looks like he might play himself in just a straight up game, maybe.
Yeah, no early pull, so that immediately eliminates Namek's #1 weakness. I mean, like, he's so bad versus early pull. Like, he's actually terrible, and I don't know why. I don't know why he can't micro his probes. And he can't do it. And here comes Drone Scout again from Shane, but Namek, I'm pretty sure, is going to go Nexus first, so this actually could be really annoying.
Yeah, it could very well be as he is saving up. Yeah, he's got a lot of probes in his tunnel. So, yeah, this drone's coming across. It could just be a straight up proxy hatchery here. Like, he's going to come up, see no forge at the front, poke at the top of the ramp, see a pile of nothing there, and he could just very well turn around and throw down a. Oh, no, actually, Namek's coming down, so he should be able to block it.
Yep, and block it. Indeed, he is going to. It
Oh
appears.
no! Oh no!
Yeah,
It looks okay. He's spent the money back at home, so I'm just going to throw down a hatchery, so he can just be annoying now.
yeah. This is Swarmsticker's already kind of won the kind of early game portion of things. Namek wanted to go Nexus first.
He's
Swarmsticker.
cancelling the attacks. He's cancelling his attacks on the drone there.
Yeah. I mean, by going for a Nexus first, I guess, you kind of have to do that when they scout that early. And oh, actually, drone could go down. No, nice micro, and he does get it. But there go, down goes the Nexus. So from now on, Namek, he did plan to do a Nexus first kind of build, but he's gonna have to change plans now. And I believe this does benefit Swarmsticker, who is going for the 3 hatch before pull. So once again, he sees that Namek definitely has gone for the gate first, so he's taking advantage by
Yeah.
going for 3 hatch before pull. So Namek, generally the best response to this is like just a 4 gate or something and go straight for the natural.
hmm
But he's not really the kind of player to do that, and it's also a matter of if he scouts. It looks like he's not going to. But for now, Swarmsticker is well, he's winning basically. There's not much more
Yeah.
to it than that.
He's got a mass economy behind him. He's going to have Durance coming out like mad very shortly as that third hatch is about to finish, of course. Pearl about to finish up. So yeah, three queens injecting this early on. Man, so good.
Namek can't do the thing he feels most comfortable with, and also Swarmsticker has beaten him in macro games the last few times they've played, I do believe.
hmm
So this already benefits Swarmsticker, and I think Namek. I mean, I hope not, but he might be tilted already. I mean, I don't. He's generally got sort of a bad mentality, so by not being able to do his normal Nexus first plans, it could affect him a bit, especially since he knows that he's lost to Swarmsticker in this kind of situation before.
Oh, this overall is dead.
Yeah, and it is going to see the gas count in the main, so
Mm.
that's worth something. But oh, actually, will it? Yeah, I think it. Yeah, well,
Oh,
it'll see one, but it should. I mean, no one
yeah,
takes that as their first one. So
yeah. He never clicked the gas though, so he won't get an accurate count. But he should know that there's 2 gases.
Namek and Swarmsticker. I mean, just droning up, just sorry, all probing up, I guess. And here's the weird thing with 3H before pull. Namek is ahead like now,
hmm
but Swarmsticker will kind of explode in economy very soon, and we do see is closing the gap. But he's actually making some links now. For what reason I do not know, but Namek's just kind of playing a macro game,
Yep.
and Swarmsticker, I don't know what he's doing. He's got speedlings, but he should be droning up a bit more because Namek is still ahead in the worker count and getting that Twilight count. So when he's just going to go for the +2 blink.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty comfortable. Most Protoss are using it these days against Zergans. It usually works out quite well for Protoss most of the time, so why not?
Swarmstick is sending the Overlord in, but it's not actually going to see anything of importance. Doesn't see anything, but if he really has played Namek like a few times in the past, then this is how Namek likes to play. So this is kind of his preferred style. So Swarmsticker might be aware of that. And here comes some Lings. They're going to come and try and get into the third base. But Namek.
Yeah, I was gonna say those things are gonna come and dive back. If Namek's paying attention, he says force fields. He's gonna get them
Yep,
in the right
nice.
spot.
Nice force fields. Might lose a
Ooh.
Stalker, and no, he does save it. So yeah, nice force fields. Basically perfect force fields there. So nice work from Namek. Blink on the way, and Lair on the way, and Swarmsticker has finally, pulled ahead. But overall, I don't think he actually droned hard enough for that 3H before pull to be worth it. Maybe, and
Yeah,
seeing
many bit to lens there.
and seeing that Namek does have this third base coming down, it's going to be up to Swarmsticker to get a fourth base like relatively soonish, or else he'll be very far behind in economy. And also he'll have to contend with the kind of Blink's like Stalker Sentry aggression. It's been really hard for Zergs to deal with recently. And Swarmsticker, he's going to have to, kind of like last game where it's actually got some idle drones here, just by his ramp. Oh man, that's actually a lot of like wasted money.
Yeah, 4 drones.
Yeah. But yeah, he's got +1 on the way, and he's gonna have to contend with the Stalker Sentry, and that's like last game he had an economy that was worse than it should have been, and he was
Mhm.
still able to hold off Raven Flame's attack. But this time, I don't know, man. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. I mean, the good thing is there's no pylons in position yet or anything, but the Hydroden isn't done, and there's gonna be lots of links for sure. But I don't know if like he might just roll over and die to this Stalker Sentry, honestly.
Well, I would like to see a bit more of a gateway explosion here from Namek. I mean, he's only really going to 6 right now, and with the economy that he has, he can really support more.
Yeah, but he's trying not to commit too much. I mean, this isn't like don't make any mistakes. This isn't a full on all in. This is just kind of a pressure, and he's getting a Templar Archives behind it.
Mm.
So what he's doing is he's doing what in my opinion what is the smartest way to play Protoss at the moment because of the absence of Swarm Host in the mid game.
Yeah, yep.
You're actually pretty much free to go straight to Templar, and they're really good versus Roach Hydra Viper, which is Swarmsticker's preferred style. And it's a hole in the force fields. Could have trapped a lot of things there, but some misplaced force fields. But
Yeah,
that 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 did let Swarmsticker scout Namek's army positioning, and the fourth base for Swarmsticker is up, and the proxy pylon is going to be denied. So that's also really annoying for Namek.
mhm.
I would like to see Namek be a little bit more aggressive. Like,
Yeah.
he does have to go out of his way, but he should just kind of be poking and prodding a bit more while buying time for his Storm to come out. And already warping in some Templar, some smart decision, as long as he doesn't lose them. Like, if he makes a mistake and gets his army surrounded or something, then, you know.
Namek's misclick's going really badly there for him. He had a free Overlord kill there, and he lets it get away.
Once these Storms are done, Swarmsticker's army would just be shredded unless he pulls the Raven Flames and storms his own Stalkers. So, he's actually doing an alright job of just kind of waiting. Roaches are good at tanking storms, and it also depends a lot on where the fight takes place. On creep, you can dodge Hydralists can dodge storms. Off creep, they can't.
Yeah, well, as well, like the Roach count is actually very low at the moment. There's actually a drone with this army, but yeah, it was only 10 Roaches on the way, and now he's adding on a couple more, but Storm's about to finish, and I don't think he's going to have enough Roaches to tank at all, like in this army.
Oh, I like this. He's going to be sending some zealots around the long way. Going to be sending them to the fourth base, and there's going to be nothing there. But Swarmsticker's positioning is very good, and it's going to be hard for Namek to kind of attack into him. But with some good storms, he will be able to do it. But where is he going? Where is he going to go? Like he's just kind of waiting a bit too long, and he's letting Swarmsticker get maxed. So
Yeah.
he's just kind of like Raven Flames. He's being too
He's being
patient.
passive. Yeah, very passive.
And the Roaches all just clean up the Zealots pretty easily. No real damage done. He's not. That's a problem. Like when you do a run by, you have to like just push somewhere. You can't just do a run by because it'll just get cleaned up. You need to accomplish something while you run by.
Yep, and obviously coming in for a scout here, nothing to deny that. I mean, it is very low, so he's going to eventually see a bunch of gateways all over the place here for Namek. And man, this army, I feel like I mean, Namek's floating quite a lot, and I guess that's why he made so many gateways just before. He had 7 in the tab before.
That's a lot of Templar though. So with some money storms, and there'll be a lot of storms, so the chances of getting good value from them is a lot higher. And he's actually leaving a Templar behind, and it's about to get picked off. It looks like. Let's see how his reflexes are. Can he at least get a storm or two off?
Yeah, he does get it off. Ow, that damage of this Lynx is insane.
Oh, nice! That was nice.
Oh, he's let
huge flank! And a couple nice storms going down, though, and the flank not quite enough. Namek reacted just in time, but it still was, lots of sentries going down, at least half of them. But we'll have to see what Namek does now. Does he kind of take advantage of the army loss and just try and push into the fourth base and take it out? It looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. Maybe take down, or his army is split up and he's leaving his Templar behind. I mean, it's cases like these where sometimes the Protoss should have his whole army on one control group, so he's not leaving stuff behind. Oh man, it's so scary seeing his Templar just like out in the front of his army. But here we go again. That's not a lot of Swarmsticker's army. He needs to get all his stuff together. And nice storms. And
the damage of Roach is so heavily as well.
He is going. Oh man, he's going for flanks, but the storms are just greater than any flank imaginable, and he's going to pick off a couple, and nice storms again, and that's just good for zoning out as well, but once again, Namek not taking advantage, he's just sitting back, and I can't understand why.
He feels like he has to play defensive right now, but he's like in such a great position to just keep pushing forward.
It's the same mistake Raven Flames made last game, where he just has this great engagement, and he's just not taking advantage, he's being too passive, and a couple nice storms again, and he should be going forward. He should be going forward and pressuring, but he's not doing. He does have a zealot run by at the 4th base though, but again, you know, he could be, you know, pushing up front. Like the army was completely pulled out of position to deal with the zealot run bys. He could have gone all the way onto the creep, but now Swarmsticker's he's gonna do the same thing as last game. He's getting his Great Aspire, and it could be the exact same story as last game. That is a lot of Blink Stalkers though, so I don't know if there's great storms, and also if he just pushes before the Great Aspire. If he just goes right now, and look at this, he's sending some zealots, which is a good decision, but there is a big roach run by at the 3rd base, and there's nothing really there to deal with it. But here we go, Namek going into the 4th base.
There is a 5th base he can vacate too, so this position, I mean, he has to kill it if he wants to get any kind of damage.
Swarmsticker, he went for the flank, but he's actually locked himself out of his own base, and this flank has gone horribly wrong. And I think Namek should realize right now that there's, you know, blood in the water, and he can definitely take advantage. I mean, he killed the 4th base for just about free, and he's backing off again. And this is just a really weird decision, and I really don't understand it. Roaches at the 3rd base are doing some damage, but there's nothing, you know, Namek needs to pull back for. There's something about these ETL Protosses that just gives them like a total and utter lack of killer instinct, and it's really confusing. But will Namek go forward now? Will he take advantage? He could have just pushed right forward, but instead he's waited a bit longer. Is he going to go now?
Yeah, I'm hoping this is the time he goes. I mean, his High Templar are juiced up. They got the energy to burn, man, and it looks like this is where he's going to start pressing the issue.
Huge storms.
There, blink forward. He needs to keep pushing forward.
And I have to credit Swarmsticker for always trying to set up a flank, but yeah, just kind of Namek's. Oh, huge storms! Really great storms, and he actually made all these infestors without pathogen glands, so they're actually not very useful, at least for a few more seconds. And Namek is just so passive. I mean, Mass Blink Stalker is very good, but you know he's on a clock here. He's on a clock here for sure, but he is shutting down all these flanks.
Oh, stop backing off, Namek. Come on. Swarmsticker's basically getting to the tech he needs right now. Broodlord's already starting up. He needs to free up a little bit more supply to make some more Broodlords. I mean, you can't just have 2.
Like I don't get what he's waiting for. He's maxed. And he has a huge bank. There's literally nothing to wait for. He has 3k, 1.7k bank, and he is maxed. And he has a ton of gateways, and he's not attacking. And what are you waiting for? Like, what is there possibly to wait for? Like, I don't think I've ever actually yelled at a player in a cast before, but it's just so baffling to me. Like, what are you doing, Andy? Big Andy, what are you doing? And now there's infestors that can fungal his army, so he can't, you know, blink onto the Broodlords. Huge storms though, really huge storms, and the fungal is stopping them from blinking. This might be the engagement that Swarmsticker needed. The fungal was really just stopping any of the units of Namek from blinking forward. However, he does finally get a nicely timed retreat there, and the infestors don't have any energy left, and so there's still so many blink stalkers left, so he could kind of just go forward now. But again, this is a time where he sort of has reason to be defensive, but he's still missing an opportunity. He just blinks here. He's taking an alright fight here.
Oh, High Templar trying to flank on the right-hand side there, but he needs some more of those. He did lose the rest of those in that fight.
Here's a decision I like. Double Stargates. He's seen the Broodlord, so he's throwing down 2 more Stargates. Void Ray's obviously really good against Broodlords. Tempest also quite nice as well.
Does he have a fleet beacon?
No.
No, he does not. Alright, so more High Templar coming in for him here. Yeah, I hope he doesn't make Archon City. It would be a bad choice for him, so just keep the storm.